boogie on here a little bit.
Yeah.
Streaming overview. Streaming explained. Steps from sending to receiving. So I'll just jump in here, Mike, and then you can interrupt.
Yeah.
But you do need audio and a video capture device if you're going to use a computer to do your streaming. And again, when I say computer, there are other options. There's hardware live encoders, which we'll get to in a moment here. But you do need audio and video capture. A lot of times people, especially during this COVID-19, weren't aware of the fact, well, I've got a camera, I've got a computer, I should be good, right? And the answer is, well, yes, but you still need a means to plug your camera into your computer. You can't just plug it directly in to your computer. You need what we call a video capture card or video capture device. The exception would be a webcam. That would be the exception. But if you're going to use a camera, and we'll get into cameras and all that as well. And again, computer processing and encoding for the web, that's really has to do with your computer. You do need to have a relatively new computer with some decent horsepower, a decent processor, which we can get into, and then we'll talk about how this gets out to the world, the World Wide Web, how it happens, and how it's received by people.
So as Phil mentioned, you're going to have some kind of a camera device. Phil and I are constantly telling folks, don't get hung up on cameras. Start simple and then upgrade later. We started with a Handycam, the little micro camera kind of thing. But you're going to go from the video and audio recording. The video is going to be fed into a capture device if you're using a laptop or a desktop. And that's a small device that basically is converting the signal so that your computer can then process it. You're in your computer. At that point, you're using an encoding software, OBS or Wirecast or vMix or many others, a software that then is going to do the encoding process to send to the internet. And then that's where we take over. We take the signal, we process it, we get all of the things done that need to happen, and then send it out, distribute it to desktop, laptop, mobile devices, Roku, Apple. That is the basic steps.
Yeah, that's the real basic thing. You go up to our servers, and then it goes around the world, and people can see it. Well, see the video and hear the video. So there's another option besides using your computer to do streaming, and that would be using a hardware encoder. So again, if you look at the bottom of this image here, you've got the same image, a platform, a subject, a camera. We'll get into types of cameras here in a moment. Hardware encoders are a little different in the sense that they're just a box, and they're basically little computers, but they're not something like your desktop or your laptop. They are a box that their only job is to do the hardware. And so years ago, when we first started doing this, I was not real big on hardware encoders, but over the years they've improved a lot. They're smaller. There's lots of different ones. They're usually a little more expensive, but there's a value to them. And so it really depends on your user preference, on your budget. But again, it's the same process. It goes through an encoder, and then it will go up to our servers. The World Wide Web gets it, and from there you will go to people can view that.